What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Midday Market Recap. My name is Brad, and this is Own the Chaos, where we talk about everything over-the-counter penny stocks. I do so every day around this time from Monday through Friday, and then I also go live on Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I go over the stocks that I'm watching through for the coming week, which is called Stock Watch Sunday. So be sure to subscribe and like this video to get more content such as this. So welcome, guys. A little bit of a slow day, and then DAVC showed up, right? Crazy move. I know a lot of folks within our WeTrade HQ community have capitalized on that trade, so congrats to you guys. For me personally, it was a missed opportunity. Is what it is. Happens all the time. I'm going to shake it off, watch it run, and congratulate everybody for making an incredible trade. So if you don't know what I'm talking about as far as WeTrade HQ is concerned, it's a free community that I've created with my partner Jake, where we have over 4,200 members from around the globe learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. It's absolutely an awesome platform to be on. It's absolutely free as well. And it's not just geared towards penny stocks, even though this YouTube channel is. We designed WeTrade HQ for the all-around trader in mind. So if you're trading Forex, options, ETFs, big board stocks, cryptocurrencies, and even penny stocks, WeTrade HQ is the place for you. So go check that out. I also do a morning mentorship where I go live with people exclusively from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We basically go over some potential catalysts for the morning and then execute a plan after the opening bell. So if you want to be part of that morning mentorship group as well, the links are in the description below. Highly encourage you to check that out. So let me welcome some folks here. What's going on? Arm Trader, Muiz, Microgenetics, Peter, Lachina. It looks like YouTube is again failing me on the notification side of things. Usually I have more people than this, but I don't know what's going on. What's going on, Andrew? Good to see you, man. So the theme of today is don't panic sell. And what I'm talking about is BMMJ. Lots of people coming to me this morning at BMMJ came out with news after it was halted yesterday, and I said there wasn't anything to worry about. It gapped down to 94 cents. Still nothing to worry about. And man, did it come all the way back. It actually came up green at one point today. So amazing, reversal from that gap down this morning. And you just gotta, trust the system, trust the plan that you have in place. Lots of people were able to capitalize on BMMJ, got in below $1 this morning. So congrats to those of you in the morning mentorship. We'll go over that, why it gapped down. And then also talk about DAVC, which is now up 600%. Real head scratcher for me, but nevertheless, the news is quite compelling. Can certainly see why people were buying that news. And lots of other stuff going on. Oh, nephew, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. And so, yeah, let's get to it. What's going on, Blade Runner? Good to see you as well. So I'm going to share my screen as per the usual and talk about BMMJ. So as you can see on the chart here, it gapped down all the way down to 94 cents. Just an unbelievable gap down. Why did it gap down? So here's the news on this one. So it came out with an 8K basically talking about, oh no, not this 8K. Hold on one sec. So they came out with news talking about their private placement financing in the form of really an offering. It was an 8 million share offering, and it's a little bit confusing to read because it is Canadian. So we're talking about Canadian dollars here. And so that's what people were selling. And honestly, I didn't think it was that big of a deal because you go to the 8K that came out as well. So they came out with two articles of news. It came out with an 8K basically moving their facility. They have a 7,500 square foot facility that they're moving. And, it's basically it has to do with their growing process. As far as the cannabis is concerned, they're getting it closer to their cultivation facility. Let me see here if I can get that pulled up again as well. Yeah, so that was in their 8K. Let's see here. Long-term lease to relocate its production facility to a new campus located within 1 mile of Pepper Lane cultivation facility. So again, this just goes along with all of their other stuff that they have going on in the cannabis industry. And yeah, I mean, look, it really wasn't that big of a deal. I don't know why people were selling all the way down below $1, but it lent us opportunities. Look at the indicators here. It's still pretty low on the RSI. It's still pretty low on Bollinger Bands. a lot of us folks within the morning mentorship were able to smash this below $1 and capitalize on this insane dip. And then it came all the way back up and actually ended green, at well over $1.60 at one point today. So unbelievable move so far on BMMJ. I still think it's very strong, and it is, I don't know, just moving awesome. I'm really not upset about this. I'm not concerned about it. I think what people should have also considered was that perhaps and look, if they looked a little bit deeper into the PR that came out, the PR specifically states that those shares are going to be restricted for at least 6 months as well. So a huge overreaction to the offering that came out. Not even really that big of an offering, and they're restricted shares. So literally nothing is happening with BMMJ as far as the offering is concerned today. Something that you have to worry about a little bit later from now, but for right now, capitalizing on that huge dip was amazing. And for those of you who sold, this is why panic selling is bad. Panic selling is people who either bought up here at above $2 and sold because of the insane panic selling. You got to understand the discipline that's required down here, and know that, selling down here and selling for a loss. I don't know. I hope nobody sold for significant losses on BMMJ, because they are probably kicking themselves at this point at the amazing comeback that this thing had. This thing has a lot of strength to it, and I think that there's a lot more to come with BMMJ. QPRC also came out with some stuff here. So they actually released some tweets. Acer Inc., another court case with them on patent infringement, as well as MediaTek. What happened today? Well, we experienced new 52-week highs on QPRC. Crazy move on this one. This has done nothing but trend up from when we first talked about it sub penny. And folks within the morning mentorship also got into this sub penny as low as 0.008, if I do recall. And it has now had moves of up to 3.5 cents. This is why I'm zooming out the chart here, because I really like this. Typically this is what you see over here is when I first played QPRC from sub penny, and it went all the way up to nearly 3 cents. Made an unbelievable move there. It was about 800% from my initial entry, and made some really good money on QPRC when it first ran. But this is typical of what we see of normal court case kind of stuff, right? It has a huge run up and then pretty much sells off, goes back down to where it started. This is a little bit different now. It has a little bit different feel from the chart. If we're looking at the chart here and seeing how it keeps climbing, people are starting to see the real value with QPRC. We're not seeing nearly as much selling as we saw previously. People are holding on to their shares, and that is why it continues to go up and up and up, even on low volume. Really, there was some pretty low volume slaps here, but it was able to experience new 52-week highs at 3.5 cents. Crazy move on QPRC. Congrats to those of you who played QPRC and played it well. For those of you who are in the morning mentorship, and those of you who got in early on this, and I'm talking sub penny or maybe even at a penny, you should be riding on free shares. We talk about employing the strategy of riding free shares. So when you see potential in a stock, especially with the volatility that we experience in the OTC, you're going to buy into something, maybe scale in, and then when you reach that 100% gain, sell half of your shares so that you can protect that initial investment at the very least. And then that way, whatever is left in there, if you're worried about it running without you, you have free shares to work with. So, anything that you have left is 100% pure profit. So you can do with that what you will. If you want to sell some more to secure those profits, that's fine. If you want to leave some in there to see if this thing's going to keep going, because the volatility that we experience down here in the OTC can be quite unpredictable, that's fine too. That's how you manage the risk, and that's how you manage your profits down here. And that's how I've been able to find a lot of success and do this for a living. So, going and looking through here, QPRC made a nice little move. Congrats to those of you who did this. Here is the stock of the day, though, and this is DAVC. It has made now a 600% move. It's already cracked a penny. I don't know where it's at right now. Looking at my equity feed scanner, yeah, it's just still sitting at a penny here. Also, yes, great to note, Michael Smith, nice recovery on IGNB. I'll definitely cover that one as well. But DAVC, incredible move. What happened here? Well, they came out with news basically saying that, let's pull it up. First of all, Samstar Luggage Inc. intended to merge with publicly traded DAVC, chosen as the motivating playoffs gift for the Golden State Warriors, and launches global sales via Amazon shops worldwide. So there's lots of juicy stuff in this PR that I'll let you read on your own if you want to go check that out at otcmarkets.com. Here's the thing. This company has yet to even have merged into DAVC. Why do people see so much value? Well, because their name is getting out there. You're going to see this in the NBA Finals or the NBA playoffs. And, their name's getting out there, which means marketing, which brings dollars in, which adds value to DAVC. That is why it's moving the way that it is right now. Having said that, it's worth noting that there is a reverse split pending. I don't know if they're going to vote to remove that reverse split at this point, but just understand that that is there. And if people start figuring that out, people start getting wind of that, I'm just putting that out there so that nobody else gets stuck in this, especially if you try buying it after it's already ran 600%. First of all, I would tell you probably not a good idea to do so. Having said that, just make sure you're managing your risk wisely with DAVC and don't fall into the FOMO. So a couple of other things that people are mentioning here. BMMJ, wish I could have acted faster on it. Man, it dipped and came back quick, fast, and in a hurry. The halt came off, and then it just it tanked, came right back up. Everybody was happier after that point. So right now, I think, let me see, it is looking at $1.53. It's down 7%. Much better pill to swallow than when it was down at 94, but unbelievable move back up. And yes, IGMB also had lows of 0055 today. For those of you who sold there, well, sorry about your luck. It's actually looking like it reached highs now of today of 0085. I still think there's a lot of value to be had with IGMB too. So if you're looking to build your position around something, IGMB could be one of those stocks to do that with. It's still riding high on a lot of that patent news that it had as well. And SRUTF. So let me share my screen with you on that one as well. SRUTF had some really great news. They were halted as well. So Sproutly, we've talked about this one before. I actually have averages of 55 cents in this one on Sproutly. And it has highs, had highs today of, let's see, SRUTF. Right now it's sitting at 66 cents, 66.71. Had highs of 85 cents, which was awesome after it came off of that halt. And why has it been moving the way it is? It's kind of, pissing me off, to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on with that as far as it is currently. I mean, I don't know, maybe they came out the news to dilute some. I know that they have some shares to convert, but that was interesting. Having said that, SRUTF did have highs of 85 cents. Why? They came out with news basically announcing a joint venture with Moosehead Breweries, which is a big brewery company, to launch cannabis-infused beverages in Canada. That's what brought on all the buying. And we see this a lot of times with Canadian stocks where you'll see halting that happens. The PR, the press release comes out, and then, buying or selling ensues based off of the results of that PR. Canadian stocks do that a lot. I think it has something to do with the laws that they have set in place. So that's why we experienced that halt and then that gap up. To answer your question, Knoxstream, it looks like there was a pre-market dump. No. So they were actually halted all the way up to about 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm assuming you're referring to BMMJ and that insane dump that we saw. So no, it wasn't pre-market. It was actually around 10 o'clock this morning Eastern time when the halting was lifted on BMMJ and it actually started trading. Sorry to hear about that, Robert. Robert says he wants to get rid of everything. It's a bad day. Yeah, I mean, overall, the market's terrible. There's really not a whole lot of volume going anywhere. And that's what I was talking about with you guys yesterday as far as like the aim small, miss small stuff. You're going to have to manage your risk a lot more in this market because there's not a whole lot of dollars moving in and out. We can see now that DAVC is kind of like the only one that's really moving. It's actually at 0105 now. So well past the penny now at this point. A new highs on this one. And 52-week highs are at 04. We'll see if we can get there. I don't know if it will, but looking at $248,000 in dollar volume, really not a whole lot of volume to get that moving 650%. Damn, what a move. So that is it for me, guys. Great stuff today. Even though there wasn't a whole lot moving, we always look and try to, find the ones that are moving. And if there's not quality stocks out there to make plays on, then there's nothing wrong with sitting on your hands and just watching the market move. You can still learn things. You can still get a good grasp on what it is, what good things that are going on. There's always learning experiences, right? And so sometimes the learning experience could just be not making a trade at all. Don't force trades, even in a slow market such as this. It's very easy to do that and kind of burn yourself because all you're trying to do is make a trade. So make sure that you're not doing that, and that the trades that you do make are well informed and that they, align with the plan that you have set in place for yourself. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you want to check out the morning mentorship, the links are in the description below. There's a lot of new people that are coming into the morning mentorship, which is really awesome to see. Lots of great questions. People are learning and growing, and it's starting to become everything that I hoped it would be. So if you're interested in that, I'm sure there's some folks watching here as well that can attest to the community that we've built in the morning mentorship and We Trade HQ itself. So if you're visiting for the first time, I highly encourage you to go check that out and give this a thumbs up, guys. If you're watching this live right now, I know that you have the capability of just hitting that thumbs up. So please do that for me. I appreciate it. So, and then subscribe as well. And as always, guys, I will see you all before the bell, and B Smith is out. Have a good one.